Libra, welcome to the month of May 2024. It is about the money, honey. Your chunky money is about to go up, up, up. Although there may be some challenges in your significant love relationships. Shall we dive in and get into the story of this month ahead? Well, let's start off, Libra, by saying that it's not like the eclipses. Whew. Through the Libra-Aries axis, especially last month, those are on the wane, although those eclipses will be impacting your life all the way through till next year. At least you're not in the thick of them. Instead, Libra, what you're dealing with are some amazing energies of beautiful Venus moving into a chunky money house for you. And this is going to feel oh so good on your finances. We're going to break the month down into little increments, but also big sign changes of various planets. What we're not covering is the moons. The full and new moons, I will have separate videos out on my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I am using the Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole sign house system. If you love the fixed stars and minor asteroids as much as I do, jump aboard the old asteroid train. We'll be definitely covering a lot of that content on my regular channel content during the month ahead. Well, I want to talk also about the only promotion I'm doing this month, which is I'm giving away May Madness, I'm calling it. I'm giving away a ton of gifts, free readings, free courses, free giveaways of some of my 2020, all my 2024 All Signs bundle, paid forecast value $77, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You want to join the contest, and there's a draw once a week all through the month of May. You need to be on my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. And how do you get on that newsletter that's a weekly forecast? You check the description box below and you sign up. And that's about all you have to do. In the description box is a link to that newsletter. So let's talk about the breakdown. I got my notes handy and dangling on some piece of found object. Hang on. And we're going to start off by talking about sign changes this month. And then we're going to move into the breakdown of the days of the month. Get a pen or a paper to write these down. Yes, I could have someone put them there, but why? You just have to listen, write them down, and you have the times and dates. Really, really simple and easy. First of all, by far, as a Libra, the biggest story is that Venus ingress, which I started talking about in the beginning. Now, Venus will change signs every year, about every third week, minus the retrograde times. And this is a time of year, roughly, where she comes into your chunky money house in the sign of Taurus, which she does in the month of May. Venus will be entering into the place of Taurus, which is your 8th house, after her stay in her detriment in the sign of Aries, where she was traveling through your main squeeze relationship type house, as well as how you reach your clients and audience. Now, when she is here, she might have smoothed the waters there for that relationship part of your chart, giving you some better last 3 weeks of April, connections to your significant other, for example. But she's or peace and harmony and negotiations with those people important to you. But now she's leaving that part of your chart, and she does so on the 30th of April, 29th, 30th, depends on your time zone. But as we move into the month of May, she's now in Taurus, her home kingdom. And as the Lord of your sign, you are a being who is run by Venus. She's the Lord of your sign of Libra, sun, moon, or rising. You can listen for all three. Sun is about career and purpose, mother and father figures, and moon is about mother and mother figures and home and safety needs, but the rising sign is all about you. As she moves into Taurus, she's going to enter into her kingdom. And this is a chunky money house, meaning you don't earn the income. It could come through an inheritance. It could come through a tax rebate. It could come through some kind of found money that just shows up suddenly. But it's not your paycheck necessarily. It's some other way. It's money that you share with others, like your spouse, your significant other, the bank. Like I have a mortgage. I have money with the bank. That money wants to come into your life in a positive way, not as an I need to pay the bills way, because Venus and Taurus is blessing you as she moves to this part of your sky. When will she be here? She'll be here April the 29th to May the 23rd. So those first 3 weeks and a bit of the month of May are financially blessed. As she's moving through this part of your sky, she's also bumping into the co-presence of Lord Jupiter. Jupiter is a benefic. He's been here for a year, since last May, leaves at the end of this May. And when both Jupiter and Venus are in your 8th house of chunky money with a shock and awe god Uranus, You can expect May to have some reverb of some positive financial developments in your life. Simple, simple story. So look forward to that. On the 23rd of May through to the end of the month, she'll move into Gemini, which is your ninth house, bringing you the possibility of enjoyable events to do with travel, some luck in the book publishing industry, or possibly other ninth house matters, such as academic success or foreign country, foreign travel, and foreign shores being very beneficial to you. And again, she moves into that part of your chart May 23rd and will be there for 3 weeks. It's an ideal time for a foreign shore journey or getaway, especially connected to women. And also time for luck in legal matters working out on your behalf. Again, that's the 23rd of May through to the second week of June. Now, she will star point in your fourth house, ninth house of God on June the 4th. We'll cover that in the video for the month of June. That is a very big deal as a reset button for your life and your purpose that's happening in the month of June with Venus in your Gemini piece of real estate in your natal sky. Now, the thing I want to talk about next is Mars. I just want to bring this story up because Mars is moving into his home kingdom and he's very strong there, just like Venus. He's in the sign of his dignity. On April the 30th, he enters into Aries, which is your seventh house, and he does not leave that place until June the 9th. This is an indication that you're going to have a lot of intensity and energy in your significant other relationships, client, audience, marketplace, for example, but significant love relationship most especially. It could mean that you're focused a lot in that area of your life, but it could also mean difficulty. Even with his dignity here, he could have you coming up against challenges, conflicts, aggression, with significant people in your life. And this includes your main love partner. Sorry, I have to get myself comfortable. Your main love partner, whoever that is. All right. Would you want to start a marriage or new relationship under this transit? No. It could embed a lot of conflict for the long duration of that relationship. But here it could be that you have a lot of intensity and focus on the house of significant others. And you might bump into that chironic wound that's sitting there as Mars will cross Chiron during his time here. And so there's a sense of where have you been wounded before in love, wounded before in significant relationships and commitment, where have you felt endings and betrayals that were sharp and stingy. And some of this is being replayed in a Mars Chiron wound way, maybe helping you to look clearly at some of those disappointments and hopefully heal them in the month of May. Now, Mercury, the god of messenger of the gods, moves into direct motion after retrograding April the 25th. So as we start the month, he's sitting in the sign of Aries moving forward. He's been in Aries since way back in March. It's a 2-month transit due to retrogradation. This means that as he moves direct into the beginning of May, you're feeling way more focused in going forward in your significant legal contracts, negotiations with others, deals, marriage partnerships, business partnership contracts, or communicating to your marketplace and audience in some powerful way. That Mercury is helping you do that. May have even, as he went direct April 25th, allowed for better communications with significant other type people in your life, where, you and your significant other romantic partner have better communications or more straightforward communications. So he is in a direct motion as we begin the month, and he is sitting in the sign of Aries through to May the 15th. Then on May the 15th, he leaves your seventh house of significant relationships and enters that chunky money house until June the 3rd. Now, don't forget, we have Venus entering there on the 23rd of May. And that's going to indicate a vibe here in which between the 23rd of May and June the 3rd, you're going to have Venus and Mercury in your chunky money house. And that's super powerful for buying and selling real estate, legal contracts and deals around chunks of money coming at you. You have to sign off on the tax thing to get your giant rebate. You have to, sign off on the final papers to buy or sell a property, but chunky money, positive commercial contracts and agreements on steroids coming to you as a result of this transit. So again, a lot of money, goodness and information and communication and luck looking super sweet on you, May 23rd to June the 9th. All right, so we're going to talk now about the individual movement of the sky throughout the month, minus the full and new moon, because basically I have videos about that in great depth on my channel, all signs all the time. If you like that kind of content, please like and subscribe and give me a try. All right. So let's get started on May the 1st. Take notes, guys. On May the 1st through the 4th, there's a lot going on here that's quite positive, but one challenge. So the positive part of the May 1st to 4th is that Pluto and Mars are flowing to each other for real strong willpower, drive, and ambition, especially regarding success matters in which you wish to be successful and prosperous. So with Mars moving in a sextile from Aries to Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, this is a nice vibe for creative projects, entrepreneurial projects, succeeding, going into a better exposure in the world. It can also be a very powerful intensity of passion and ardor regarding a relationship that is romantic, or some significant developments with you and one of your children, if you have them, but positive developments in that regard. And as this is happening May 1st to the 4th, we also can see that we have Venus in the sign of Taurus moving into a conflict with that very same Pluto. Now, Venus is going to be squaring Pluto, who is in your 5th house, and she's doing that from your chunky money house. And that could be a lot of things: a conflict about money in a significant relationship, a power struggle or a conflict around values in a significant relationship, the uncovering of betrayals and sexual secrets in a significant relationship. Romantic, especially money conflicts and divisions with a child around money and money issues. And finally, if you are an artist or creative type or an entrepreneur, there is some tension from your entrepreneurial house regarding some of the financial matters that are occurring in your 8th house. And that could include things to do with taxes or maybe some kind of financial problem in some kind of business structure. May the 12th to the 14th, the Sun and Uranus co-join for some kind of unexpected development, some kind of breakthrough or excitement is going on here. With the Sun, it could be about your career or purpose or even a father figure. Now, the Sun and Uranus are together in your chunky money house. That is your 8th house. This is where Venus is going to bring her goodness to you as she moves into that part of your sky for the first 3 weeks of the month of April. This can indicate, therefore, yes, for the first 3 months of April, of May, first 3 months of May. So there's a kind of pile up here. Venus, Jupiter, and then the Sun and Uranus co-joining. If anything, I think it's positive because the Sun Uranus can bring unexpected surprises that are about power. The Sun is like solar powered energy, and Venus is the goddess of the house, and she's watching over it. So it can be some surprising, unexpected, exciting, exhilarating financial developments that are feeling very lucky for you, Libras, around May the 12th to the 14th. And then Venus is in a flow, a really beautiful relationship at the same time to Saturn in your work house, but also your debt house. And if you have any outstanding credit card or mortgage debts or any kind of money owed to you, it can be that suddenly money that somebody owes you from the past returns, or that money you owe another is no longer needed, and there is an elimination of some financial burden or obligation. Finally, where Saturn is sitting is a work house, and there is a possibility that some of this is a work-related financial bonus coming through the sky that you did not necessarily expect between May the 12th and the 14th. Now, on the 17th to the 22nd, we have Jupiter in the heart of the Sun. That's on the 17th. And then through to the 22nd, we also experience the Sun in a flow to Neptune. Jupiter is being born again in the heart of the Sun. This happens once a year, but only once every 12 years in the sign of Taurus. This is a rebirth of luck and opportunity over the next year when it comes to money that you do not earn. And yes, that includes inheritances. This is where Jupiter wants to deliver the best success for you financially and otherwise. This can be extremely profitable, especially given that the rebirth of Jupiter is attended or midwived by Lord Venus at home in her kingdom. I'd say it's going to be one of your more financially bounteous years for you, Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising, as unexpected chunks of money, including inheritances may come to you over the 12 months that follow. May the 22nd through to 22nd, you'll see the sun in a flow to Neptune at 29 degrees of your sixth house of work. This can also be some really lovely vibes around this chunky money debt repayment plan, also looking like bounteous financial well-being from things to do with rentals, rental properties, pets, and also potentially the ability to buy or sell a property. On May the 23rd, we're going to experience a lucky or unlucky day, depends on your perspective. It's a planetary war between the two benefics, Venus and Jupiter, but in ancient astrology in India, they get a challenging aspect, but in our modern astrology, we consider it lucky. So a goddess of luck and a god of luck are holding hands together in the sky. What does it mean for you on May the 23rd? Well, first of all, they're in Taurus, and that's your chunky money house. Again, all roads lead to chunky money. So that could be a very lucky day in the story of you, or a day or two before and after. Let me know what happens. Did a four-leaf clover deliver the goods? On the other hand, if we look at a broader story going on, we also notice that Venus, during her conjunction to Jupiter, is flowing to Neptune, just like the sun, when it conjuncted Jupiter on the 17th, is flowing to Neptune. Neptune's doing a lot of work here, a lot of heavy lifting. He's at the late degrees of the sign of Pisces, and this is an indication of things to do with mystical and magical dreams come true, especially with health, with work, with pets and rental situations and debts. And again, that energy we're talking about is May the 23rd. It's kind of piggybacking off of May the 17th. A longer story between the 23rd of May and the 28th of May is Jupiter in a flow to Neptune. All roads lead to Neptune. That's because everybody's in Taurus looking back at Neptune and Pisces. So Jupiter Neptune is dreamy, fantastical, spiritual goodness. It's higher, holy, intense, mystical, magical, alchemical stuff. And Jupiter is benefic and Neptune is very spiritual. And so there's a kind of vibe of dreams come true and spiritual glow going on throughout the entirety of this time of May 23rd to 28th. A lot of impacting rentals, pets, tenancies, debts owed and debts relieved, and also perhaps a chance for a situation in work that's quite financially lucrative. Your dream come true. When it comes to the 25th of May, Venus, the goddess of love, the goddess who rules you, moves into a trine of power to Pluto. Now she has moved into the sign of Gemini, as I mentioned she would do on the 23rd. This is 2 days later on May 25th. She's in the early degrees of the sign of Gemini. This is your ninth house of God. It's where you have foreign land travels, foreign adventures, pilgrimages, temples, religious institutions, higher learning and education and book publishing, and their deals of book publishing, as well as legal matters and courts. All of that stuff is active for a while, right? I told you Venus enters there May 23rd, add 3 weeks. But May 23rd, then May 25th, she's already flowing to Pluto. Now, Pluto and Venus flowing in this way is unusual. Pluto's only been here, now for a little bit of time. So it's a bit of a wealth yoga, a wealth energy. You're having a union of two planets in a flowing way that want to provide something prosperous to you, something lusciously wealthy. But from houses 5, where Pluto's traveling, in an air trine to house 9, 5, 9 Dharma houses, luck houses. Pluto in a money luck for speculation, lotteries, casinos, and gaming, and that kind of thing. I would suggest, if proactively you want to use this, you might think of May the 25th, a day or two on either side, buying a lottery ticket. It could be very financially lucky for you. You could also start a powerful new intense, deep love story if it's somebody you're meeting abroad or in a foreign shore or foreign land. And if that's the case, it could be a transformative new love story is blossoming. Now, when I say May the 25th, you want to give that 2 or 3 days on either side. On May the 30th, Jupiter, ho, 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 Santa Claus, flows to Pluto. It's doing the same thing that Venus started on the 25th. Now on May 30th, Jupiter's doing that whole same idea. Jupiter in your 9th house of foreign travel and all the other meanings I gave you, looking back over his shoulder at Pluto in your 5th house. Now we have real luck. We have money luck and transformative and lucky in love. Lucky in money, lucky in love, luck, 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 luck. May the 25th to May the 30th, because the house of good fortune, the 5th house where Pluto sits, is flowing to the 9th house, which also is a luck house. So we have luck upon luck. It can be financial bounty or love luck, whatever. Prosperity luck, book publishing deal luck, foreign land travel luck, court and legal matters luck. Okay, we have a dose of luck from Venus around the 25th of May, and it deepens and gets more intense on May the 30th. And last, I swear it's last, on May the 30th, Mercury will come into a surprising energy with Uranus. So this is surprising news in your chunky money house, like an unexpected bit of a phone call, text message, or email with some kind of good, surprising news. Now, when we get there on May 30th in the sign of Taurus, Jupiter has moved on, and the only guy left in that part of your sky at that time, and Venus has moved on. Everybody's moved on, and the only one left here is Uranus. So it's a pure note of Uranus, Mercury, surprise information, news, ideas, phone calls, text messages, or emails. Let me know what happens. Mercury here can be about commerce as well. And there may be some kind of financial thing that sparks, like a stock that takes off, or some kind of financial investment that just pops for you around the time of May the 30th. Now, Uranus is unexpected surprises, and it doesn't always look good. And I don't expect the stock market to do really well. So if you want to consider that, May 30th could be your version of a stock crash. Just be a little more careful around investments around May 30th. Thank you for listening, Libra. I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful month of May. It certainly is a lot lighter for you than the month of April, now that the eclipse energy and March, the March 25th eclipse in Libra, is starting to wear down a little bit and not be as in your face. Hopefully you are going to have a smoother rise. Please check out my Patreon community. They're receiving this April the 14th, early access ad-free. And if that kind of early access ad-free stuff excites you, plus I give away 2 free courses, Chiron, the Key to Purpose, and Synastry, Are You My Person, for new members starting. Just come on in, get those courses for free. You don't like my community, $5 a month for the cheapest tier, then you can always leave, and it's easy to unsubscribe. All right. Thanks a lot, Libra. Keep me posted. Let me know in the description box what happens.